Grant is one of the newer and buzzier cash advance apps. It's offered by Kikoff, which is one of the most popular credit builder apps, and it already ranks in the top 50 in the finance apps. This puts it alongside or even ahead of some of the most popular advance apps. Grant also had a wait list of people to use it when it first came out. So what exactly is it that makes Grant so popular? That is what we're going to look into today. So Grant is a no-frills cash advance app. It offers advances anywhere from $25 to $250. The average amount of the first advance is around $79. So that already puts it ahead of a lot of advances that only give you like $25 to start. Quite a few users have reported receiving $50 to $100 for their first advance, so this is already looking pretty good if you're looking for a higher initial amount. It's very standard when it comes to the eligibility requirements. As always, it's not going to check your credit. It's going to connect to your account via Plaid and then look at your account activity. Like some of the other apps we've reviewed here before, it is not available in some states so far. And it also works best for people who are not gig workers, for people who have a regular 9-to-5 and consistent paychecks. There is, however, a feature where you can help the app understand your payment calendar if you are a gig worker, and that might give you a second chance at qualifying, but no promises. So the fees for this app are on the moderate side. You do have to pay a subscription fee. It's $9.99 for Grant Plus. That's going to offer spending insights, budgeting tools, account alerts. Not really anything too impressive there. However, according to the terms and conditions, you do not have to subscribe to take out a cash advance, which is absolutely not obvious. We only found it by reading the terms and conditions. So we think you probably have to email customer service and ask to opt out of the subscription and still take out an advance. Again, there's not really any details or instructions on how to do that, so we are taking our best guess on that one. Now, there is also a $2 to $8 express fee, which is not mentioned on the website, but will show up in the app when you try to take out an advance. Standard delivery has no express fee, and there's also no interest and no late fees. So far, if you manage to waive that subscription fee, then you can basically use this cash advance app with no extra costs, which is good. So Grant is going to determine when you receive your next paycheck and set that payback time for that time when your paycheck comes in. It's going to take the money out of your paycheck, and the subscription fee, if you're still subscribed to that, it will take out at a separate time. And that's going to be billed to your debit card, whereas the repayment amount is going to be taken directly from your bank account from your paycheck. So there's some flaws with this system. First of all, there is no option to change the repayment date, which has elicited a lot of complaints from users. So that means it's just going to take that money out of your account when it wants to on the day that it says you're going to get your paycheck. And if you don't have enough money in your account, it's going to continuously try to take money out. If you wanted to, technically you can revoke the access, the ACH access, so it stops trying to repay itself. However, there's a lot of repercussions to this. A lot of cash advance apps are making it harder to do that, and there's starting to be consequences for that. If you're trapped in a debt cycle, it might be worth considering, but if it's just like one advance, then we don't necessarily recommend that you do that. You can read up their individual policies on the terms and conditions. From what we found, Grant does not report you to collections, so if you do not repay your balance, it can't really do much to you. However, always do your due diligence before making this decision of whether or not you're going to revoke ACH access. You can read more about this in section 4 of the terms and conditions. Okay, so let's take a look at the reviews. Overall, it's doing pretty good. It's 4.7 out of 5 stars on the App Store and 4.7 out of 5 stars on Google Play. Combined, there's around 25,000 reviews. A lot of the positive feedback is people saying that they like the transparent payment structure. It's very straightforward, and the process is also easy and quick. The downside is the limited ability to change the repayment date, which we've already talked about, poor customer service where people are having a hard time getting a hold of people, and the subscription fee, which amounts to $120 a year, but as we said earlier, you can try to waive that, so that might be a moot point. Overall, I think Grant is a pretty cool app. It's really exciting to see that some of these apps offer higher cash advance amounts right out the gate, which is helpful to a lot of people. We also found a few other awesome, lesser known apps, and I will put the link to that video below and also put a tag somewhere on the screen, and you guys can go check that out.